we used to have a debate about what order we had to press the buttons to cool the Dragonzord. Welcome back, ladies and gents, to another Power Rangers video. You guys seem to dig the last one of the Power Dome, and this time I thought I'd show you, as per the thumbnail, some of my original toys. And they're all vintage, apart from the Power Daggers at the back there, which are pretty brand spanking new from the Lightning collection. I only bought them because they were really cheap. Xavier had them on offer for about £35, I think they were. And same with the Pink Ranger helmet over here. That is in recent years too, and I bought that because it was super cheap. Some of these Lightning collection swords and stuff, like Tyrannosaur sword, if that's what you want to call it, they go for like hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Anyway, let's talk to you about this. This is the original Morpher from the 90s. It looks a lot like this. I have taken it apart once before, and I got it completely working again. And weirdly, the battery that was in it from the 90s was still working. However, at the minute, I do not have that luxury. It makes sound, but it doesn't light up. And this is what it does. So I'm not sure if the batteries aren't powerful enough to power the lights, because I had it all working, had it all wired, had it all put back together. But I'm not going to do that this video because it's a bit of a faff really, and the springs pop out everywhere. But yeah, I have Kimberly's power coin in there because I did a shoot with the helmet. But when you buy this, you do get all the other Rangers. For instance, Billy's Triceratops, Jason's Tyrannosaur power coin, Trini, Saber-tooth Tiger of course, and last but not least, Mastodon and Zack. However, what they did do, which was pretty cool, as you bought certain other toys from the line, they would give you the power coins for the newbies, I suppose. So, White Tigerzord and Tommy, of course. And I must have the green one somewhere. But then again, do I? Maybe I don't, I'm not sure. The Power Morpher came also with this power gun, all in the one box. I'll show you the box in a sec, if not already. This most definitely is not the original battery from the 90s. It's a fresh one I've just stuck in, but it works absolutely astonishingly well. They don't make toys like they used to. That's what they say, right? Or maybe we're just getting old. But a Power Blaster is pretty cool, right? I was also lucky enough as a kid to have these. Jason, the Red Ranger gloves. They have batteries, they make sound effects. The batteries long died years ago. However, here's a video of me changing the batteries in one glove. And I was curious to see after all these years, like the other toys I've showed you, like the Power Morpher and the Power Gun, whether it would fire up and work nicely, and it does. So this is what it should sound like. There's a little button right here, so when you're wearing it, you can squeeze your thumb against your fingers on the side of your hand, and it'll sound a bit like this. And you can karate chop and punch. I think, like many, my favourite Ranger was Jason, until Tommy came along. I remember buying this when I was out with a friend. I must have my own pocket money on me, or I must have somehow blagged his family into buying it, and then my family paying it back, and we both bought one each. We used to have a debate about what order we had to press the buttons to cool the Dragonzord. And here's the answer. I can vividly remember that conversation. We were like arguing amongst ourselves, like da, 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 or something. But no, just like press one button, and then you got the blade on blade sound. I have, however, lost the cover. It might turn up somewhere, I do not know. But yeah, how excited I was to own that as a kid. It's a nice chunky piece of plastic as well compared to the Power Blaster, which I'll show you right about now. and it'll be something like this. Which of course you can take all the individual weapons apart and use them singly, but they are rather annoyingly. I mean, look how tiny the sword is and the bow. But as a kid, I'm sure I was blown away with excitement. So the Red Ranger's power sword, even in my small man hands, looks a wee bit like this. Nice flimsy blade. You're not going to hurt yourself as a kid, but you can still wave it around. But yeah, it's just not very imposing really, is it? Billy's Power Lance. Apparently, according to the back of the box, you can attach these to make a Power Lance. Yeah, that just, I couldn't work out how to do that as a kid. I can't work out how to do it as an adult, so I got a 40 Power Blaster and they sent me 2 left ones, maybe 2 right ones. They do not attach. So yeah, I think they're lying to me. Trini's Power Daggers. I'll give you a size comparison next to the Lightning Collection Power Daggers in a sec, so you can see just how small these are. I mean, you can tell in my hands just how tiny they are, little daggers. Kimberly's Bow. Again, it's tiny, rubber tip, so you can't hurt yourself. That's about the extent of that one. And finally, we have Zack's Power Axe. One thing I never understood as a kid with this one either is why it has a red trigger and why it appears to have a light up tip, because there is nowhere you can put batteries in this. Absolutely nowhere. This is where someone turns around to me and says you missed something blatantly obvious and you put batteries there. But no, absolutely, yeah, I never, what, I mean, surely that lights up, right? Surely the Power Lance connects together, surely that lights up. This, by the way, to move that back and forth, it's when you morph it into the Power Blaster, you need that. But yeah, unless you unscrew this, there is nowhere for batteries to go. And yeah, that confused the crap out of me as a child. I think I just accepted that it didn't light up. Or maybe my parents bought a knockoff dud and didn't realise. Is that even possible? Was that possible in the 90s? I don't know, let me know. Okay, so the Power Blaster looks a wee bit like this when you put it together. Zack's axe. Make sure the central part is pulled back towards the body, or rather the blade of the axe. We add in Kimberly's bow to the front here. We can push this down to lock it in place. We can put the little eye cup up ready for Jason's sword right here. Speaking of which, so it's a proper sticker killer, as you can see here. You can see where my thumb is. So you have to put it in here and slide it into place, which kind of scratches that sticker up, and we can make sure that is hooked in here. We can put on the Power Lances as cannons, one there and one, if I can do this with just one pair of hands and trying to look at the camera at the same time, over here. Finally, the Power Daggers, we slide on again. They've gone sideways. No, they don't. They clip on there to match the clips, no doubt, but they should go the other way, so it's facing upwards. There you go. So on these you would also have the unmolded ugly bit facing in, and same this one, pretty bit facing upwards, because if you were looking down on it as you were holding it, it would clip in nicely right there. And that, ladies and gentle people, is the Power Blaster. Again, no idea what this is for. No means of attaching the two parts of the Power Lance. They just spin. So if you've not seen these before, these are the proper ones. They are connected with magnets. You can wear them. They are not molded fully as one whole piece. It fits my big male head only just about, I'll insert a picture of me sticking on a model friend so you can see what it looks like on a person. And finally we have the Lightning Collection Power Daggers. Now these do connect together even though they're not a lance, and that's how you power them on. There's like a magnet or battery or something in it, and as soon as you put them together they decide to start working. I believe there are different settings you can press. Imagine if you press the settings, you can change them independently when they're off. Or does that turn them off? That turns them off. So can you turn them on without putting them together? Yes, you can. As you can tell, I bought these in my late years, so I never played with them. I'm not entirely sure how they work. I'm not entirely sure you can even hear me over them, to be honest. But it's kind of cool, right? As a display piece for about £35, I could not resist. You can hear that one purring. I assume that's a saber-tooth purring. And there we go, they are off. So yeah, they're cool, can't really complain for the price I paid for them. I just wasn't willing to pay over £100 for Jason's power sword. It just seemed a bit ridiculous, because they are, you know, they look like comic plastic, they look like cheap plastic. It's not like they're good replicas in terms of cosplay, they're just a bit, you know, meh. But for the right price, I'll happily buy these and Kimberly's helmet. So we have the instructions with this, still fresh in the packet, sealed when I was a child. That has not been opened in 32, 33, possibly even longer years. Crazy. Minty fresh.